Hey guys, welcome back to the Diary of a Podcast. It's your host, Rocky Alahaji. Today's little podcast is going to be a little bit about relationship. Well, going to be so much about relationships. This is my 12th episode, guys. I am so proud, so proud. Because last year, I only got down to 3 episodes and completely stopped because I had hit um an era where became like imposter syndrome hit, and I didn't feel like it was going to get that far. And then like this year I said fuck it, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do it. I don't care if I got 3 listeners a day, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I'm going to just do it and keep going, because I want to help other people out based off my experiences and what I've learned in life as a young woman to the woman I am, and then what bloomed me to the woman I am today. Don't get me wrong, I am still growing to the woman that I need to be, that I want to be, that I see when I look in the mirror. I am still growing. But that's neither here or there. But truthfully, be the woman that you are, be the woman that you want to be, and be acceptant to who you are. Acceptance. Yeah. Acceptance to who you are. Accepting to who you are. Okay, so let's dive in. So the first one that it's gonna be 2 topics, guys. So the first topic may be men get loved unconditionally, when women only get loved if they have something to offer. Then the other one is when someone helps you while they are struggling too. That is not help. That is love. I mean, that person will love you so much that they will be on their last dollar. They still continuously to help you because they love you that fucking much. Okay, guys, let's dive in. So the first thing I want to talk about is the struggle thing, because unconditional love is pretty much a long topic. It's a story that I have of mine that I want to get off my chest and then say to you guys. And disclaimer: the person that I am talking about in this um, knows that I am talking about that person, because I asked that person if it's okay that I talk about it and that I write about it, and he said it's okay. So yeah, that's that. You know what I'm saying? So he knows. Full disclaimer. Um, First thing I'll talk about is struggle. When you love somebody, right? You might not have a lot, but you continuously give to this person because you want this person to succeed, or you want this person to know that you care or you love them. So if you be on your last dollar, you give it. Let's see, I have a story of that. Well, it's not. I have a couple of stories. Well, with the same person. Well, but it's a story. But before I get to that, I just want to say this: I ain't ever in my life gave to a person, but like when it comes to relationships, because I thought that you're not supposed to give too much to a man or whatever the case may be, and I didn't, because I didn't feel a type of way towards my exes, so I didn't really give that much to them. But with him, it was so different, and my heart felt so different with him. It was just like I would just give my last if I could. But I think that in a way it kind of made him a little bit of selfish, because he forgot about what I wanted and what we talked about um, when we had met. So I'm gonna give you a brief story about that. Um, I talk about it. I'm not sure if I did, but let me just get into it. When we had met, guys, we met at first. I did not like. I just got out of a relationship, like a year and a half relationship. I was like, I was like, yeah, I think I was 18 years old when I got out of a relationship, and then like a year, 2 years go by, and I'm praying like, okay, when I meet the God, because at that time I believed in. I'm spiritual, very spiritual, guys, but I was praying that the next guy that I meet was going to be the guy that I end up with, I spend the rest of my life with. and I would turn down every freaking guy. I would turn them down. So something told me like, okay, you need to say yes to something. So um, a person that I known in high school that constantly kept telling me to meet this person over and over again, telling me to meet this person, this guy. And I said, you know what? Fine, okay, I'll say yes this time. Whatever. What could be the problem? Nothing, right? But I don't know. But when I met him, it felt like I can just be myself with him. So I was completely myself, very playful, goofy, outgoing. I was like, I was pretty much just me. You know what I'm saying? And we met one time. We went bowling, not bowling. We went pool. Went on a date for pool, and whatever the case may be. And then from pool, da 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 da, and then we end up on the back of his dad's. I think it was his dad apartment building porch. I'm not sure. He said his dad owned it, but I didn't really too much really cared about his dad owning anything because all I was worried about is that, are you a person of character? And I really like, are you like a person that I can see myself with and we can last a lifetime, of decades, with shit, eternity, if you ask me. So we sat on the porch, we told each other our goals and dreams. Like I was young at 21, so when you're 21, you don't really women or men not really that much too much know what the fuck they want out of life. But me, on the other hand, I've been knowing what I want to do since I was 9 years old. I've been very creative and very knowledgeable since I was way before that. But we sit there, I talked about my goals and dreams, he talked about his goals and dreams, and I was like, it felt like we talked like all night, basically, to practically almost the next morning. It was a cool experience because like I ain't ever like met a guy that's trying to be sexual with me first off, you know, so then trying to get to know me. But he was the totally opposite. So I'm like, he could be a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that happened. But in the process of us knowing what each other wanted, we got together. I was supposed to have to move to San Bernardino and move on, transfer. I was in school at the time too, transfer my college out there and like go on with my life and just, be, me, and just advance and achieve shit. You know what I'm saying? And like just think about myself and my daughter. But I end up, being young, dumb and stupid and like in love. And decided to stick around with him, which I don't regret it because I learned a lot about myself and what I really wanted out of a relationship. Even though he gave me what I wanted, I also found out what I actually really needed. You know what I'm saying? Needed instead of just, halfway bullshit. You feel me? But I was very selfless, which where he in a little bit, in a sense, was very selfish, and not too much though. He wasn't that selfish. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When it came to me, a little bit, he was a little bit pretty much selfish. But he wasn't like that in the beginning. But it kind of progressed to that. I was so selfish to the point to where I didn't have basically, guys. I didn't have a job at the time. I was in college. I had a daughter. I was a teen mom. Am a teen mom. I was a teen mom at the time, but I was 21, so practically I'm a teen mom. Had my daughter at a young age, guys. Just to put that out there. To be honest, I was a teen mom. I had my daughter at 16. Because peer pressure when it comes to being around people that you're trying to become something that you're not. So like peer pressure is a motherfucking shit. You feel me? So I teach this my daughter: don't allow no one or people around you to push you to be something that you're not. So I tell my daughter this all the time. And anybody that's listening to this that are parents, please install into your child. Don't try to be like everybody else. Stuff happens though. Life happens. You learn from them. That's it. Back to the story. So yeah, I didn't have it all. You know what I'm saying? He knew about my past, my struggles as growing up, to the part to where I couldn't even get a job because people were using my name, and it was hard for me because people got fired, and they didn't they used my social to get jobs, and and it fucked up my name and fucked up my shit. How I found out is another story on that. It will be in my book. You just have to read it. Um, yeah, that situation was pretty crazy. But I ended up getting a job again at 21 because they told me it was going to take until I was 21 to get hired, because that way my name would be cleared. It takes 10 years for your name to be cleared. So yeah, my name was cleared at 21. So you get the picture of how old was I when the person was using my social security number. So there you go. Um, but yeah, I didn't really have it all. Like school team mom, college student. I was getting financial aid. Yes, I was on welfare. Um, so, but I still was very ambitious, and I was still very like trying to make that change in my life. Like I was getting it. You know what I'm saying? I was always getting it, making connections, meeting people. I was just that girl. Very outgoing, very just goofy, me, 100%, just nothing but me. No, I'm not trying to be like everybody else. No, none of that. I was just 100% always me. But I lost myself in our relationship due to the fact that I was giving so much of my last, and that person was really much just not. Was just he would give, but not like he was pretty much most of the time selfish. Um, like I hadn't asked him for anything because I'm a very independent woman. I was raised by an independent woman, so like um, I didn't really ask him for anything. All I really wanted was his time and his him to just be there for me and my goals and my dreams and what I wanted, and not just basically focus on him and what he wanted. Even though we both had dreams and goals, things in that nature, it was just always pretty much about him. Most of the time, he did support me when I was in school, so that's to a certain extent. After a while, he didn't really much support me with school, so it's only because where I'll talk about in the next half of this segment about unconditional love. If something happened for that to happen, but he was pretty much selfish while I was selfless. I was taking care of two homes. I would take care of the home that we had together, and then I would take care of the home of my family, my mom and things like that. I would take care of her home, and then the home we had. And I was doing the most, guys. And I would want so much. And then sometimes I would stand up and say, you know what, enough is enough. I said I want to do this and that, and we'll argue about things and that, because I would put my foot down here and there, like, no, I want this, and then we'll argue. It's gonna be in the book for the books, y'all guys, to see, to hear that truth. You just have to read the book. But we'll have a little disputes because I would put my foot down and be like, no, we had an agreement that this was going to happen, and then we're focusing on you so much, but if you're not focusing on me. But there were multiple times that I was so in love with him that I wanted to see him in a better place, that I would just be selfless. Okay, so I'm gonna end it there when it comes to that topic. When you love someone, truly love someone, you really do be selfless. Even though he was a little bit selfish, he was selfless at first, but then he became selfish as time progressed. In our relationship, or whatever you want to call it, or he want to call it, like, because he might be listening, he might not, or his family might be listening, and he might not. But whatever you guys want to call it, as time progressed, he was pretty much like selfish towards me, and like I gave him like all of me completely, which it hurt. It hurted back then, but now I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't really pretty too much like to be stuck in the past, but it is what it is. When you love somebody, you just completely selfless.